Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth and knowledge, welcome to a one-of-a-kind experience that will take you on a captivating journey beyond our world. Today, we have a special treat for you as we sit down with the renowned Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier. Prepare yourself for a rapid-fire question and answer session that delves into the depths of cosmic wisdom and unveils the mysteries of the universe. As always, please remember to like this video and share it with your friends and family. That way, it gets seen by more truth seekers. So, without further ado, here are today's rapid-fire questions and answers.
Hello, Alex. Thanks for everything. Would you briefly describe the current setup of our beloved solar system physically, energetically, in 3D, 4D, and 5D? You've said 2 suns, oceans on Venus, life on Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Eris, etc., etc. New moons, 2 or 3 Earths, hollow moon, confusing. We're offering intense daily prayers and meditations to our galactic friends. Can you help us understand the actual orrery around planet Earth?
What was that word? Ovary? What was it? Overview?
Orrery. Orrery. O-R-R-E-R-Y, which is it's like the planetary map, as it were, on a 3-dimensional, situation, like a astrolabe. I think that's what the setup of the solar system.
Well, some of the planets are clearly moving into fourth density. The life on those planets, particularly those that are moving into fourth or are in fourth, is also moving into fourth. The third dimensional life on those planets that cannot or will not evolve for one reason or another, those life forms are dying out. It's called an extinction. And they will be reborn in a different form in some other place that will provide them an opportunity to continue their growth and their evolution. Not all life forms were meant to jump dimensions. And when that occurs, when those frequencies change, they go through an extinction event, and they literally die off, but they come back in a different type of physical form. Remember, all life has spirit, regardless of how small it is. All life has spirit. So it is not necessarily true that it's always gone forever. It just comes back in a different form, just like we do. We don't always look identical lifetime after lifetime. But the intention and purposes of life is to evolve. It's to climb the ladder of frequency. All right? And not everything can do that. Not everything's even built to do that. Now, as far as the solar system, now that's a lecture in itself. That's a webinar in itself, that question.
Seems like the moon is no longer rising in the same spot, nor is it traveling on the same ecliptic. It seemingly moved 45 degrees, so it's now midway between east and south. Southeast. Yeah, I've got it south. Yeah, I got it southeast here. This has been going on only this spring till the present that I'm aware of. Thank you.
Michelle, you're not wrong, and I can't speak for you whether or not you have lost your mind, because I don't know you. But as far as the moons rising and setting, yes. In fact, the Inuit Eskimos have been telling NASA for years that the moon has changed it's rising and setting, and so has the sun. It's also changed. Now we know that the sun hasn't moved. Uh, what's happening is that the planet's axis is changing. So, there is always the potential of a pole shift, a physical pole shift of Earth. That's uh, forecasted to occur at some point in the future. And it's cyclical. We know this. There are also outside elements that can affect that as well. Things passing through our solar system that have a very strong gravitational field. They come and they go. A lot of things are cyclical. So no, you haven't lost your mind. Things are changing. And you're right. The moon is rising further south than it ever has in my lifetime. It's really quite interesting. But it's amazing how many people don't even pay attention. They just don't have a clue, nor do they even care, because their vision is this. This is all they see. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens when this becomes this. Not everybody will get it, but most will, and that's all we need to worry about. We don't need to worry about the sheeps. We just want to wake up the lions. That's all. Okay? A lot of lions are awake, but what we're looking for now are the sleeping lions. Don't care about the sheep at this point. They'll figure it out at some point down the road. But we need the lions to wake up.
Hello, Alex. Thank you. Is it possible to eliminate anything in the multiverse? It seems ET's dark forces and their minions are leaving, but these are more than living beings. They are forces and patterns. What's to keep destructive games from continuing in other dimensions, times, atoms, thoughts? After physical death, is karma left in rocks, air, or ghosts? Is it possible to zap evil into universal oblivion forever, or is evil dissolved and recycled by nature?
Those are great questions. And those questions should be directed at God. I don't have that information. I can understand the removing of a physical presence that holds that type of frequency and takes physical action against others against their will. My understanding is that energy is energy and none of it can be destroyed. Can it be transmuted? Probably. And I would say, more than likely, yes. I mean, we're witnessing that now on our own planet, the transmutation of energy. As far as the bigger question, will it go somewhere else? I sincerely do not know how this will play out for them. I will tell you sincerely, I don't give a shit at the moment what happens to them. I just think that they need to be out of here. They need to stop hurting us and harming us. So where they go, I don't give a fuck. Just go. Just be gone. Let us be. Let us discover ourselves and be who we are once we know. Honestly, I mean, and that may not be a very evolved answer to you, but I can't fix them. I can only fix me. And I can only fix me if I'm not being screwed with and manipulated and controlled. Right? So, for me to do that, they have to leave. For you to do that, they have to leave. That entire paradigm has to be removed so we can discover who we are, which is why all this is happening in the first place. I mean, that is exactly what's happening. They're being removed from the equation. What happens to them after that, right now at this moment, I don't care. I just don't.
Hi, Alex. Are you aware of how much intervention occurs in our personal lives? Are we, or specific people, given anything like divine protection, or are we being left mostly to fly solo? Of beings who do guide and intervene, do you know who they are or what their intentions may be? Many thanks.
It is my understanding everyone has guides. Some would refer to them as guardian angels. Um, some have several, some have many. I've also heard it that our ancestors that cross over before us, in some way and on some level, also assist us, either physically or through the dream state. They intercede when they can. Not each one of them can do it, because sometimes it takes a great deal of energy to come down and interact in the physical realm. I firmly believe in guardian angels. Uh, at night when I sleep, I travel. And all I can tell you is that I am so grateful to have guardian angels with me, or guides, or spirit guides, whatever you want to call them. They're real for me, and I'm not referring to Morine at this point. Um, my guides, my guardian angels are always with me no matter what. And they've rescued me several times. And I mean that. They have rescued me several times. So I know that they're there. Maybe what you could do is ask them to show you that they're present and acknowledge that they're there. Constantly acknowledge that they're there. I wouldn't piss them off necessarily, but they're always there. Earth is boot camp for the soul. I've said this for years. And we all need help down here. Um, it's real combat in the spiritual realm down here. Okay, it's It's an interesting place to be, Earth. At the moment, there's nothing more I can add to that.
Are the A's part of what others are calling the Galactic Federation of Worlds?
Well, I can't exactly say because my A's are fifth dimensional. Now, it's very probable that there are fourth dimensional A's and maybe even third dimensional A's involved in such a federation or federations. I don't have personal knowledge of that. Now, if we're talking on a fifth dimensional level, is the Andromedan Council, have agreements with some of these other councils? I simply don't know. I have not been read into it. And that's not a conversation that's ever come up, specifically with Mornay. I do know that they mentor other races, and they themselves are mentored by other races. So maybe loosely, yes, they're all connected, regardless of whether it's the Andromedan Council or the Alliance or the Galactic Federation of whomever. Maybe they are all interconnected or at least have representatives that share data and information. So maybe yes, in some way they're connected. But that's really just a presumption on my part because of the interconnected of all the races and the dimensions. So I think it's probably a better than 50-50 presumption that they're all connected in some way.
Are we about to trade our long history of fighting wars against each other for a new history of Star Wars between ET good guys and bad guys? Is there no escape from this?
Frank, good question. And you know what the benefit of contrast is? It always helps you focus and to choose what it is you want as opposed to what you don't want. That's the benefit of contrast. So, are there knuckleheads out there? Apparently there are. Are there pirates out there? Apparently there are. And if that's what it is, that's what it is. But you do have a choice to stay here, or if you choose to become a Jedi and go out into space, you can choose, if you so desire, you can choose which side of the contrast you want to be on. Okay? But I think that's what contrast is for. It's to help us decide what it is that we really want by giving us plenty of what we don't want. Have you had enough of that, Frank? Have you had enough? I have. I have enough of what I don't want.
Dear Alex, some of us know the truth about what's going on, and others don't. One, what gives a person the knowing, the type of knowing that you can feel but can't explain? Where, two, where does that ability drive to find out come from? Three, is it a manifestation of our spiritual evolution?
Interesting wording there, Elaine from Era. Some people are born awake. Some people are awakened after a traumatic experience or a post-traumatic stress type of a situation. Others gradually move into it. It's very difficult to know for sure exactly why things happen the way they do. Um, I am a firm believer that our soul comes in with a blueprint, a series of index cards that says, I want this kind of a life, and I want it done this way, and I only want these kind of people in my life. And then, of course, they get down here, and when they come out of their mother's womb and the placenta comes out, those index cards are not there. So, and we forget the plan. And from there, we wing it. I think the key to happiness is not only knowing what you want, but also believing that you already have it. The latter part would probably be the most important of that, is believing that you already have it.
I have heard a few teachers say that we are human angels. Could you share your thoughts on an angelic heritage?
I don't have a problem with that at all. And I've heard that as well. Um, do I have any special or evolved or uh, you know secret knowledge about that? No, I do not. I will tell you that when I'm rescued, they look like angels to me. They do. And I would not at all be surprised if they're my brothers and sisters. And I would say the same for you. Hence the expression guardian angels. Um, I think when you come down into a place like this, a plane of existence like Earth, and you carry a degree of light and you're here as a system buster to create shifts. And you're doing it as a participant. In other words, you're an active presence in the field of physicality. I would think that if you are an angelic, that you would want some backup and you would want, brothers and sisters that you knew on that side, to back you up and to watch your back, especially on a mission like this. Because this, and I've said this before, this is a very tough detail down here. It really is. Um, I don't at all have a problem with the angelic theory. None whatsoever. Thanks for asking that question.
I don't remember the webinar, but I think you mentioned there is still duality in fourth density. Assuming that evil in third isn't present, what challenges do you think we will face in the fourth dimension? Also, once we're done with third, how long to think class time in fourth will take?
Okay, so let's go to the first part of your long question. The contrast in fourth dimension, my understanding is that the negative field is lower fourth. The higher you get in fourth density, the less contrast you have. So fourth density is 148, 143, 148 bands of frequency. I don't recall exactly. I mean, it's been over 30 years since I was given that information. But whatever it is, let's say that the bands of frequency are 100, where you have contrast. And then above that, the contrast is minimal. Well, in that evolutionary first 100 bands of frequency is where you're going to have the contrast. After that, when you get to fourth, and then you begin to prepare yourself to spiritually ascend into a fifth dimensional body, however that works, I don't know. I haven't done it yet. And that's what it's for. Fifth, there's very little contrast. Now, as far as the education and the schooling, if you go full-time to school and then you do summer school and maybe take some classes after school, I have no idea how long it's going to take. I simply don't know. I don't know that anybody knows. I'm doing this just like you guys for the first time, and I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm good to go with the change. I'm totally good to go. I need a vacation from Earth. No shit, I really do. I need a break. So a natural break. I don't want to be removed or taken out, but I would like a break. So 4D sounds good right now. I'm up for it. I'm up for it. But I have no idea how long the schooling is. I guess it all depends on us, right? The more stubborn and hard-headed you are, could be the longer it takes. The more open and the better student you are, the shorter it will take. So we'll see. We'll see.
There you have it, fellow truth seekers. An enlightening and exhilarating rapid-fire question and answer session with the remarkable Alex Collier, sharing his profound encounters with the benevolent Andromedan extraterrestrial beings. As we continue on our cosmic journey, let us embrace the wisdom of the Andromedans and carry their message of love, unity, and compassion with us. Together, we can create a world where humanity stands united, ready to embrace the wonders that await us in the vast expanse of the universe. If you found this rapid-fire question and answer session fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more captivating content like this. Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure. Until next time, may the stars guide you on your path of enlightenment and exploration, and remember to always seek knowledge and stay curious. If you would like to see Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we host an online seminar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming online seminars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.